Here at Nora Cones, Haley Swanson, Aubrey James after Treynor's sweep of Tri-Center tonight. Ladies, a heck of a win to kind of cap what's been a heck of a regular season, or at least a WIC regular season for your team. Just Nora, we'll start with you. What are the thoughts on tonight?
We started off a little slow, but then we got in our groove and everything just came together. We played as a team. We cheered for each other, and it was all good.
Haley, what are your thoughts on tonight?
I think we adjusted very well. We knew coming into it they were a good team and that we were going to have to adjust, and I think we did very well doing that.
Yeah, like Nora said, we definitely started off slow, and we knew they weren't going to roll over, so we knew we just had to keep changing up our shots and find what works.
Aubrey, speak to the offense that you were able to produce tonight. What was kind of clicking?
Well, I have a really good connection with Haley. She's a great setter. I kept seeing that the line was open, so I kept taking that until they adjusted, and then I just had to change up my shots until that was back open.
Yeah, speak to that chemistry and overall speak to kind of the efficiency of the offense tonight.
The swings that we have, we can rely on anybody. It's not just one swing hitter, and I just think that we all have such a passion and love for the game that we just work so well together.
Set one, they controlled it for the most part, and then all of a sudden you look up and it's like, oh, it's tied. Oh, Treynor takes the set. What kind of flipped in that set for you guys, you feel like?
I think we just knew that if we needed to want it, and we had to keep the energy up and get going because they, like we said before, they weren't going to just give it to us.
Nora, speak to your night offensively.
The donut was working, tips, line was open. That's basically it.
Talk about your chemistry with Haley and overall the offensive efficiency tonight.
We all have love for each other. We believe in each other, and we all just are confident in each other, and we play great together.
Haley, of course, as a setter, the offense kind of runs through you. Take us through kind of your approach and what you were looking for and trying to do tonight.
Well, I'm always looking for someone who's going to demand the ball, knowing they want it, they're going to put it down, but it's always nice to have a bunch of hitters everywhere, so I know I can switch it up, keep the blockers on their toes, and they never know where it's going to go.
Kind of along that, I mean, you've got these two. You've got Ella, Alina stepped up at times, Avery. When you can kind of pick your poison as a setter, how much easier does that make your job?
It makes my job way easier. I trust every single one of them and know in a tight situation I can give it to any one of them and they'll put it down.
Clinch the WIC tonight. I know that's probably always a goal coming in. Just kind of what are the thoughts on that?
Super excited, but it doesn't end here. We're going to keep working the rest of the season.
What's it going to take to get where you guys want to go?
Hard work, focus every practice, and just having that chemistry and focusing on the game.
All right, Coach, you get a sweep over a good Tri-Center team, and you clinch the WIC as well. Just all in all, what are kind of the thoughts on tonight?
We knew it was going to be a tough night. We haven't seen Tri-Center since the Atlantic scrimmage at the beginning of the year, and they put out a great team at the Atlantic scrimmage, so we knew that they could only go up. So we were ready to face a tough team, and we just had to, figure out they get a couple points. We had to figure out how to battle back and get those 2 points, and I'm glad we came out on top tonight.
Yeah, set one, it felt like they were in control all the way, and then you look up and it's like, oh, it's tied. Oh, Treynor's got the lead. What flipped in that set for you guys?
I think we just kind of finally settled in. We didn't start off well. We started off back on our heels too much, and I think finally we started to find a groove. Our serving got a little bit more aggressive. We were getting a little bit more aggressive at the net, trying to see what worked, and I think we finally found it, and Aubrey stepped up huge for us in that first set. She wants it just as bad as every single person out on that court, and she just had the hot hand for that first set and helped us carry out a win for that one.
And then set three, you get up, they storm back with 7 in a row, and then it was kind of back and forth from there. Where do you feel the difference was for you guys down the stretch?
I think we just mixed up some things. We talked about, making sure we use all of our hitters so that way their blockers wouldn't, stay on their heels a little bit. Haley does a great job of that. She's been, a little bit better at being a little bit more offensive-minded. She likes to see her hitters succeed, but sometimes she does a great job of reading what's happening out on the court, too.
I would say probably all in all tonight, you like what you saw from the offense?
Yeah, I think we can do a little bit more adjusting, and, that's going to come in the next couple of weeks where we can maybe tweak some things, or we have a few more nights of practice, and we'll keep working.
There's some good teams, some good players in this conference. To be able to run through the slate undefeated, what does that mean? What does that say about this group?
They just have so much passion for the game. There's, that core of 6 seniors that want everything from this season that they've put in for, not just their 4 years of high school, but from when they were little and, seeing other Treynor teams make it to where they've made it. I think that's what they want, and so they push each other at practice, they push each other in games, they help each other get better, and they're kind of bringing along some of those underclassmen that have the same passion. And, we've faced some really good, tough teams in the WIC, and there's always tough teams in the WIC. You never know what each night can bring, and so we just have to bring our best every single night and see where it takes us.
I know, the goal isn't to win the WIC or even the WIC tournament. It's nice, right? But that's not, the end goal. What does it take to get where you guys want to go?
Their motto all year has been day by day, and, sometimes they say set by set, and I think that's very true. To get through the WIC is hard because there's so many tough teams, and then to win the WIC is even harder because it's just a long week of tough, grueling games, pretty much back-to-back, having no off nights, and then, once you get to regionals, everybody wants it so bad that everybody becomes scrappy, everyone's big at the net, everyone wants it just so bad, and so we have to want it just a little bit more than those other teams.
Thank you, Coach.